Namaskar. We welcome you to our wellbeing series. We have Mr. Rajiv Anthwal here with us today. He is a health ambassador. A short introduction about himself. Here it is. In his own words, in the last 5 years of his journey has evolved him into a new role that is to be an ambassador of health. This journey started with his mother getting cancer and ultimately succumbing to it. This made him understand the very important things in life, like how to take care of a person's personal health and well being. So, he is very passionate about sharing his knowledge, which he has got, with everybody so that everybody starts taking care of themselves. Through this journey, he is a motivational trainer, a technology based solutions person towards bringing a revolutionary change in current health system using set point theory of our body addressing the environment around us. During the last 5 years, he says his neighbors, friends, and colleagues have known him as an ambassador of health. So here he is, ready to change every city and society where people and corporates are taking into holistic health seriously, especially after the COVID problem. These are all functions of as an alarm from God, he says, to take care of our own personal health. He is determined to do his bit with full commitment, and he invites all of us to join hands for a family of health ambassadors. So we are happy to have you here with us, Rajiv ji. We request you to please share your journey with us today.
First of all, thank you very much for calling me for this session. And I can't put it in word the kind of work you are doing. Your Yaha life is doing something which has a potential to do wonders in this world. This is the thing which is required in the world, and you are doing it. And together we make a big team of health ambassadors to bring this wonder in the earth, which is the need of our. So I'll start with my childhood. Like everybody's journey starts with a child, and when I was a child, the same kind of children, other children would be going it through. When I was a child, like I was always tense about giving the exams, and what I found was the exams were kind of race. Like I am compared to all other children in my classroom. I am compared to all the other family members, all the relations, because generally parents tell that so and so got so much marks, you got this much, and all that thing. So that was always an irritant for me as a child. But yes, that doesn't mean that my childhood was not good. It was very good. But again, if you think your childhood was good because of some holistic health habits which you had in the childhood. You were playing, you were mentally in the moment, like what we call mindfulness today. Children have it originally in them. And that, but those all things which are part of our holistic health, children have in a natural manner. And with time, they lose it with the world creating a tension around them from the race which we create in the classrooms and with the parents saying it to the children, come on child, you have to run fast, you have to win over that guy, all that thing. And these things come in our lives slowly, and then like in my childhood it was the same way. I loved playing, I loved all the holistic things. Then I moved into the college stage. In the college stage, it gets bettered in the sense that now, in a very negative sense, I'll say that now the lecturers are not teaching at all. Now you are on your. Now you have, then it benefited me. Like the subject is like I benefited because lecturers were not teaching, because then I evolved it on my own self. So my evolution as a student, as a learner in textbook and other thing was from college. But then in the holistic health part, I was lacking behind. In college, you lose out on all activities which go on in schools. There are a lot of children who play sports in the competitive environment, but they lose out in the college stages. So then, with college, I was always eager about getting into a corporate sector, becoming a manager. Because I always felt that becoming a manager means I'll run my own small family on my own, and then I will be able to do wonders, and I'll bring the profits to the company and all that stuff. But when I joined the company as a management trainee long back, I was the biggest shock for me, to be very honest, was the performance appraisal system. That performance appraisal system is inbuilt on bringing a competition inside the company. And you then there is a bell curve above it, which only allows 10% of the employees to get the best incentives. And these all things, when you bring a system which is in itself says that you have to fight with each other, and then you are training people and telling them that be guys, you have to have teamwork, all those things, then this is a defeatist kind of thing. We are depending on a base which was laid down so many years back, and we are still carrying it on. And now we are here with COVID when there is so much of mental tension around. We are still with the same system. We only tweak around the base. We don't try to have the guts and change the base from there. We can do that, but that never happened. But then, after the corporate sector, with this race along, I created a very bad lifestyle for myself. I wasn't eating properly. And honestly, we have a lot of parties in corporate sector. And there in those parties, you eat randomly. And then with all those mental tension, the sleep disorders, sleep cycles, everything gets disturbed. And it is not for me only. It is for most of the people. 95% people I know who suffer from all these things. And they are not able to take care of their health. The same thing happened to me. And one of day, with so many years passing by with that bad lifestyle, I got admitted, and I was admitted for a week, and all sort of tests were done because it was a very acute stomach infection, and it was rather ulceritis, and doctors even tested cancer and all those things. And to my like the worst thing that was my mother was suffering from cancer during those days, and I was the key member to take care of her financially and all sort of. My father was there in support, but I felt very guilty of myself. I felt that, hey, Rajiv, what are you doing to your own self? Yeah, that's fine, but everything revolves around your existence in this world, and not only your existence, but your existence in a very productive manner. Like you're doing good for your family, you are able to give your best out of your family, company, everywhere. So I can tell you those 7 days were my life changing days. And I couldn't sleep all those 7 days in the hospital because I was every day waiting for another test results to come. And during those nights, when I was reading so many books and I was trying to understand, only one thing I was trying to question myself. And even today, I tell people to question themselves, what is that one thing that can change my life? Because it's always the answers are very simple. We make it complicated. So after reading all those books and everything, I came to know about this word ambassador of health. This word ambassador of health I saw has got wonders hidden in it, because when you do good to others, then you inculcate a quality in your own self which runs on an auto. Now, when I was working for making other people healthy, then to make myself healthy was not a challenge. Then. It was just a part of my daily routine. Then. Because my motivation was one step ahead of it. And then when I came back from my hospital, I started playing my badminton first of all because I love playing sports in my schooling days. And then from that, I started bringing in all my people from my mohalla into that badminton. And then we all started playing badminton together. It was a wonderful time we spent together. And then from therein, I was finding it quite challenging to bring four players in the field because they are all into those corporates and other kind of thing. They were tired, they had other reasons. So then I thought that let me evolve something which is not depending on others. I'll carry on this, but parallelly I started gymming. I started doing brisk walking, running, and all those things. And then I started evolving physically. So when I went into the gym, then there also I could see that little bit of race again. The race is coming everywhere. The race in the gym was to lift more. The guy who's lifting 15 kgs of dumbbell, the guy was always seeing 20 kgs now. without understanding that how you have to move forward. So that systematic progression was lacking in the gyms. So then I thought that here again we are in the race. We are again that environment. Even the trainers, they are doing mistakes sometimes, and they are bringing that race into the gym also, because we are all coming from the family corporate wherein that race is going on. So we are trying to bring that even in the health segment. So then I realized that something which was lacking was, because one question I keep asking myself everywhere: what is that one question which challenges me here? So in that one question in the gym, what I found was that people were not syncing their mind with the body. If you sync your mind with the body, that comes with stability, balance, and all those things. People find the basic stuff which lays down their foundation, which makes them injury free for whole life. Like in gym, the biggest problem is people get injury. So, and touch wood, I haven't had injury for 7 years, and and I lift a lot of weight. I do so many difficult exercises, but I don't get injury because of the neuromuscular connection. But it's not 100% guaranteed, but you get a lot of chance that you will not get the injury. So I evolved from there, and I evolved from body to mind. And then I thought that this mind is not only here, because I was reading a lot of books that time. So I thought that this mind can play a big role everywhere, in every sphere of our life, in our office, in our family, everywhere. So then I got a pick of some good books on mindfulness. And that was a life changing experience for me. Mindfulness is something which changes the world around you in a big way, because mindfulness tells you, mindfulness is very simple psychology, but those simple things to implement, you need good amount of concentration, focus, and all those things. Mindfulness tells you to be in the moment, and if you are in the moment throughout the day, you will be doing optimum. And that being in the moment thing, I started off with mindful breathing, and then the thing started evolving for me. And that mindful breathing session of mine gives me all the energy in the morning to get set for the day, for all these calls, and I'm studying a lot, and those things evolved from there. So then I got into my corporate people. I made ambassador of health group in my company. I made it in my mohalla. I made it in my relation. I did my relations call. Like I connected all the far off relatives across the world to one Zoom call, and I made them do yoga, mindful breathing. And this connected my relatives also in a big way. And this was an example, because relatives I enjoyed a lot, because I spent the time with them in the childhood and all that. And the COVID days, we all connected, we did all those stuff. So this way, we created a world around us, like a family, relation, neighbors, company, and all that, and then a big ambassador of health family. So I'm enjoying it. It's a lovely journey, and I want everybody to be a part of this journey. So I'll cut it short for the other questions to come. Yeah.
It was a beautiful journey that you shared with us, Rajiv ji. Uh, the fact that your mom was going through cancer and then it was a big wake up call for you, and how you took that and transformed yourself, and you went one step further. You wanted to help others transform their lives, because this is the most important thing in life. That is truly wonderful. So I wanted to ask you, in connection with what you shared today, you keep saying the word holistic and wellness. So what is holistic wellness? Can you expand on that a bit?
Yeah. Actually, life in every quarter revolves around the balance we create. When we say holistic health, we have to create that balance in our life. Because when people go to the physical fitness element, the gym, they forget about the sleep element, the mental health element, the mindfulness element, the heart element. Like you have to be generous in you have to have gratitude around you. You have to be thankful to the people around you, because it's not just physical health, it's the body, mind, heart, and soul. And finding the soul is a journey. Like when you carry on this journey with all these elements together and you're syncing them together, then finally you become a soulful person. And that kind of energy we need to bring in the people around us, so that the world becomes a beautiful place. It's not, it's just evolving ourselves to evolve the world around us is the principle. So holistic health is generally touching base on everything which is a part of health in a balanced manner. Now, not getting addicted to one, but holding on to one to catch up on the second, and then the third. Like in yoga, we say is the body first, then the mind, because a healthy body can connect mind well, then the healthy mind can connect with the soul well. So that kind of thing we try to tell when we say holistic health.
Yes. I completely connect with you on that because we also work in the same field, well-being, body, mind, and consciousness connect. We need to take care of our body. We also need to take care of our mind so that our true life purpose from the consciousness of the soul will come out and take care of our lives. It is not always about competition, like you suggested. Yes, we do have to earn for a living, and it is important. But if we are to compete, it should be someone that we choose for ourselves. That is, we need to compete with ourselves. We need to see if we are a better person, if you're performing better than yesterday, not compete with our neighbor or friends around. That will actually make us miserable and unhappy. So, Rajiv ji, you were in the corporate sector and have completely shifted over to become an ambassador of health. How has that shift worked out for you?
Yeah, it has been very good for me as an individual. And believe me, like on a daily basis, I thank God that He gave me the wisdom when it was a COVID time going on. And I went on to talk to my senior person, chairman, and I told him about, he knew about me that I am very passionate about it. Everybody in the company knew about it. But then I thought that the crisis was huge that time. When the COVID came fresh, the crisis was huge. And I felt that I am confining myself to just my family, company. I can make it a bigger world for me. I can reach out to every person in the world, sitting in Sri Lanka to America to anywhere. But I will have to move out from the corporate for that. And then I talked to my seniors, and it all happened. And I'm very thankful to God that this all happened because I'm discovering a new life, and I'm really having great time with my life. And the people I'm meeting now are great. Like I can say I'm having a call with you. This is a great moment. Like similarly, I'm meeting people from across the world, like US, UK, Sweden, Denmark. I have a next call with a lady from Denmark. She's doing a wonderful job. So this way, the connection that I've made is of like-minded people. Like I enjoy writing in LinkedIn. I enjoy connecting in LinkedIn because those people are aiming a similar kind of great world for all of us together. So and that together thing will take us to our mission or vision. Yeah. So
That's very
that's
good
all.
because connections actually truly enrich our being, it enriches our living,
Yes.
it enriches our existence. It's very important to make important,
Yes.
good connections which will uplift us.
Yes.
And you're doing a
Right.
wonderful job there. So, what challenges did you face while starting to share this passion that you had about being an ambassador of health with people around you? And how did you overcome it?
The challenges are huge. I'll say they are like I'll say it's one of the biggest challenges that I rated as number one is that people don't value preemptive health. Like even after COVID, what I saw was, which I was happy about, that doctors, nurses, they were recognized in a big way, and people talked, and it was great. But that is all post disease. What about preemptive people? Like nobody values those yoga trainers. They do value, but they don't value them in such a big way. But like why we have to fall ill and then start valuing things which matter for us? Even then we don't. When we get cured, then we move away from the right track. So that awareness to create that awareness is difficult because the world has to change for that. Like we have to remove the race element from everything. Unless and until we make people at peace in corporate everywhere or at home everywhere, they won't be able to think about themselves because we are all end of the day we are all controlled by our subconscious. And believe me, these days I've been reading about subconscious. So the conscious mind is feeding so much of race element to subconscious. How can then subconscious alert you towards holistic well-being? It can't. So somewhere the environment has to improve. Somewhere the big corporates, the big individuals, in the sense that they are the part of society, their family, they have to take a big leap forward. And for that, somewhere we need people who are really committed to holistic health. They are not doing it just as a business, but they are doing it as a mission or passion. They love it because of it. Because that love has to come, because that love will only make the people understand the true depth of holistic health. Because right now, the crisis is big, and the crisis has gone to an extent that we are in a war-like scenario. This war-like scenario is also because of people are not at peace with themselves. So much of mental tension among leadership everywhere I can see. So nobody is positive about the things. So that positivity has to come, and somewhere that has to start with leadership. So somewhere, someday, even in LinkedIn, I do hope that those big leaders someday they will understand that I feel one keystone habit which can change the world around is holistic. That thing is not there right now among every leader. Like they don't understand that this is the one keystone habit which can change the world around us. They think that yes, this is the one keystone thing for our own personal life. Like in corporate, one day I asked my leader to bring it as a formal thing. They said, no, yeah, this is a private thing. This is for people to do it privately. So that's the thing the leadership is thinking. Leadership think that this is a private thing. They don't think that this is connected to the productivity of the company in a huge way. I can tell you if a corporate, the factory employees and laborers and everybody is taught on holistic health, their productivity will multiply. But that kind of thing is still lacking. Yes, the companies have started, but people like you and me have to work hard in a big way and make it possible. We'll do it, definitely. Yeah,
Yes, we shall do it for sure.
yeah.
Rajivji, as a last question for today's session, I would like you to share a message with everybody out there for them to feel inspired and start taking of their own body, mind, and consciousness connect the holistic health, which you so beautifully shared.
Yeah. I want to say to everyone that, guys, you are all walking wonders on the earth. Like everything or anything starts with your own self. You can achieve the whole world inside your own body, mind, heart, and soul. The whole world is inside us. So don't go around, don't let your mind get distracted to other things. Just focus on your own self. And believe me, anywhere you go, your company or anywhere in your family, you will find success touching you. But that, what do you need? You need to get out of that race. You need to ignore the race. And as you said, that the race is from within us. We have to do better than yesterday. And that thing we need to identify and then just see how the world evolves. And keep asking everywhere. Like in life, ask yourself, in my whole life, what is that one keystone thing I have to do? For me and everyone I say is holistic health. For my corporate, my company to do well, what is one keystone habit which I need to inculcate? Identify that on a company family basis, then on a daily, weekly, yearly basis, that one keystone habit thing, identify it and work on it, but keep holistic health as your life keystone habit. Then see what will happen. You will do wonders. We are all walking wonders, and these walking wonders, it's time for these walking wonders to become a real time wonder. That's all.
Namaskar. Thank you so much for sharing such wonderful information for all the viewers to feel inspired. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.